Good morning, everyone. Those who are joining live, I'm very grateful that you braved the cold to be with us this morning. Those who are listening to the recording, welcome as well. It's lovely to have those of you who can make it live, and those listening, you also so welcome on this quite auspicious day. So today is today for us in South Africa is a full moon, and it's a strawberry full moon. And I just thought I'd tell you a little bit more about this this moon, and then why this particular strawberry full moon is also quite auspicious. So I think most of us, as we've just come in, we've been commenting how freezing cold it is, how crazy the weather is, how it's a different sort of weather to what we are used to, even though you're used to cold in winter. And this is so typical of the weather patterns at a full moon, especially one that's very low and close to Earth. So it's got a hugely strong pull. And so we have the weather and the storms. Yesterday we had no power from 6 in the morning till 2 this morning. Luckily, we've got an inverter like solar that kept us going. But storms and wind and intense weather and intense occurrences are very typical of a full moon. Um, and then last night I went to yoga, and it was an inversions class. And when you are on your menstrual cycle, as in when you're menstruating, you're not meant to do inversions. And so the teacher asked if there were women menstruating, and after the class, it was just a small class of five of us. There were two women, and again, this is so typical. We women usually menstruate either at the new moon or the full moon, um, because of the intensity of the pull. So last night when I went outside, it was just so incredibly bright that it was really like there was this spotlight on it. Even this morning, when I went into the garden, could so clearly see my shadow. It was unbelievable how bright and clear it was. So if you didn't have a look at it last night, I really encourage you tonight, if you've got clear skies, to have a look, go outside and have a look. And the name Strawberry Moon is actually, it's not because of the color of the moon. We have a strawberry moon every June full moon. And so um, the Maine Farmer's Almanac began publishing the Native American names for full moons from about the 1930s. And so the June's full moon is the strawberry moon. There's another one, the wolf moon, which is in January, which is when it snows, when there are lots of wolves around. There's lots of wolves howling. In fact, I think it's called the howling moon. Sorry, I meant to actually check that, but now I can't get out of this view. So the next moon is the um, deer moon, a buck moon, sorry. The next full moon after the strawberry moon, which is the 13th of July, is referred to as the buck moon for this is the time of the year when deer antlers are growing rapidly. Um, and this year's strawberry moon is significant because of a phenomenon known as a major lunar standstill, which is an event in the moon's 18.5-year cycle that occurs when the moon is at the northernmost or southernmost point, resulting from the gravitational pull of the sun. So it's the moon's just on its orbit and about to circle back, and so it sort of reaches a bit of a standstill, like when a planet goes into retrograde. And so it really is a quite a significant midpoint of the year, or a sort of a pausing point. We're very close to the winter solstice of the 21st of June. Oh, sorry, and I didn't explain the strawberry moon in 2025 will be visible from the 10th of June to the 11th of June, and it's notable for being the lowest full moon in nearly 2 decades. This full moon is named for the time of the year when the strawberries are harvested and will appear larger due to an optical illusion when it rises near the horizon. Nothing to do with the strawberry color. Um, so yeah, as I was saying, it's a good time for pausing and reflecting on the year. The seasons and the moon cycles remind us of the cycle of life. And our awareness of the seasons and our moon cycle help us to tap into the feelings the moment we entering the very yin, feminine energy of winter, of sort of bedding down and darkness and sort of going to ground and restoration and nurturing um, and then, but yet, in this cycle, we have now the very yang masculine energy of the full moon. So at this point, obviously, as we enter towards the new moon, that will become a more of the yin energy. So we kind of in this balance all the time between the yin and the yang and the masculine and feminine, which is why that yin yang symbol is such a beautiful symbol because that it has the dark and the light of the yin and the yang flowing into each other. And then it's still got the little dots of yin because there's always yin and yang and always yang in yin. So it's a good time to reflect on what the year has held for you, or if there's things you're wanting to step more into or things you wanted to let go of. I've started to do a little bit more journaling in the evenings, trying to really consolidate things and reflect on things rather than just to allow them just to kind of keep floating past. So the poem that we have today is a wonderful one to encourage us on this. And it's David Whyte's Start Close In. And once again, with any David Whyte poem, I'll really recommend that you listen to him reading it because it's just so powerful. And the one version I listened to him reading it was from Ireland in 2023. And he talked about, with this poem, having a vision of Moses standing before the burning bush and receiving his instruction from God and really just this starting close in, starting with the first step. So I'll share that on our group later because he explains it obviously much better than I could explain it. So I encourage you to just settle into your body in whatever posture is comfortable. Becoming aware of the breath. Of the air on your skin. Becoming aware of the ground beneath you. And of this moment of finding a quiet, strong center. Being here for whatever is arising. Smells, tastes, sensations, sounds. Just being here for it all. And when thoughts start to wander or our minds start to drift, just beginning again. Start close in. Don't take the second step or the third. Start with the first. Start with the first thing close in, the step you don't want to take. Start with the ground you know, pale ground beneath your feet, your own way of starting the conversation. Start with your own question. Give up on other people's questions. Don't let them smother something simple. To find another's voice, follow your own voice until that voice becomes a private ear listening to another. Start right now. Take a small step. You can call your own. Don't follow someone else's heroics. Be humble and focused. Start close in. Don't mistake that other for your own. Start close in. Don't take the second step or the third. Start with the first thing, close in, the step you don't want to take. Start close in. Don't take the second step or the third. Start with the first thing, close in, the step you don't want to take. Start with the ground you know, the pale ground beneath your feet, your own way of starting the conversation. Start with your own question. Give up on other people's questions. Don't let them smother something simple. To find another's voice, follow your own voice. Wait until that voice becomes a private ear listening to another. Start right now. Take a small step you can call your own. Don't follow someone else's heroics. Be humble and focused. Start close in. Don't mistake that other for your own. Start close in. Don't take the second step or the third. Start with the first thing. Close in, the step you don't want to take. Allowing our attention just to settle close in. Perhaps you want to rest your hand on your heart space, other hand on your belly. Just settling into this moment. Each moment one of beginning again with each breath. The opening and expansion of the in-breath. And the softening and letting go of the out-breath. Just being here with yourself for this out-breath, for each breath. Tapping into the still presence within us. finding our own voice, our own breath, our own heartbeat. Each inhale drawing you in. With each exhale, inviting a softening, a letting go of the voices in our head. If your thoughts start to wander, just coming back to one thing, to an anchor. Perhaps it's your feet rooted on the ground. Perhaps your hand on your heart space. Perhaps your breath at your nose or in your chest. Just allowing yourself the space of presence, the groundedness of being fully present in this moment. Noticing when thoughts arise. And then also just letting go of them and coming back to presence in our body. This body, this moment. Following each breath through the nose, to the back of the throat, into the chest, belly, and then back out again on the exhale. And with the next breath, following in to the heart space, the chest, Just offering yourself a moment of appreciation, gratitude for being here. Appreciation to yourself for being here. This matters, and you matters. You matter. Each of us learning to be a little more kind, compassionate, and patient with ourselves. Start close in. Don't take the second step or the third. Start with the first thing, close in, the step you don't want to take. Start with the ground you know, pale ground beneath your feet, your own way of starting the conversation. Start with your own question. Give up on other people's questions. Don't let them smother something simple. To find another's voice, follow your own voice. Wait until that voice becomes a private ear listening to another. Start right now. Take a small step you can call your own. Don't follow someone else's heroics. Be humble and focused. Start close in. Don't mistake that other for your own. Start close in. Don't take the second step or the third. Start with the first thing, close in, the step you don't want to take. In this moment, just taking in your whole body, scanning it as if with a wide lens. Noticing movement, noticing tension, noticing calm. Holding all at once. Once again, offering an appreciation for this moment of beginning again, of seeing things freshly with beginner's mind, seeing things as if for the first time with the spotlight of the full moon. Knowing that although we are alone and individuals, we are supported by nature, supported by God, supported by our connection with each other. When you're ready, taking a deep breath, sighing out, moving into fingers and toes, shoulders, knees, When you're ready, opening your eyes, taking in the colors and the light around. Thank you, everyone. Wish you a blessed day. A day of beginning again and seeing things as if through new eyes. Please feel free to unmute, share anything about the moon, share any experience. Heidi, it's lovely to have you. Thank you. Nice to see you.
Thanks, Nicola.
Thanks, Heidi.
Thank you, Nikki.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you.
It's very cold here too, and goodness, we had that sort of, it looked like a tornado.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It's been very cold, and the seas are high again. The surfers were surfing in front, and very, very high.
Yeah,
and
with the full moon, I'm sure they.
I'm not going to collapse some more. Anyway, we'll see. But thank you. It's always nice to sit and just be mindful. And I love David. He has poetry, so I will listen to his as well.
I'll post the link. Yeah, thank you all. Thanks, Mum.
Look at the full moon, and remember to put out any crystals you have.
Yes, that's true. If you've got any beautiful crystals or stones, to bathe them in the full moonlight.
Yes, apparently it energizes them. And
thanks, Nikki.
Thanks, Nat. Thanks so
Bye.
much.
I'm also going to say goodbye, darling.
Yeah. Bye, everyone. Thanks so much.